Hey guys, today we're going to be painting a cowboy on this old painting that I don't really like. It's an acrylic painting, but I'm going to paint with oil on top of it. All I'm going to use is Ivory Black and titanium white in oils this time. So Alla Prima style. So first go, see how it comes out. So I'm just using this paint thinner along with as a solvent for the oil paint. And this is a number 10 flat Blick Essentials brush. So I'm just gonna get a quick gesture for where everything goes. I already have tone in this painting for the background, which is nice. It's a little bit less intimidating than working directly on a white surface, which tends to be a little bit challenging to go directly to that. But let's do a little bit more of like the silhouette, get some proportions down. There's a cowboy hat right there. Bit of it. And then a bit of the coat down here. I kind of like the quality of the background. I might leave most of that. And we'll see how it goes from here. And the face kind of fit in where I was going to do the hat anyway, so that works out a bit. I'll grab a paper towel so I'm constantly using that. And I will now use a number 7 brush for the white. Come back in with this white and then blend a little bit of solvent and a little bit of black with it so it's a light gray. So I've got a blended lighter gray in here, and the face is going to be somewhere in here. It's going to be a darker image, so, and also a bit more expressive for the face. And top of the hat kind of comes through here. The thing I like about oils is that you can be pretty expressive without the paint drying on you so quickly like acrylic. Well, you could paint a little bit faster with acrylic, but the drying time is faster too. So it's hard to manipulate acrylic the way you might want to. It all depends on your style. Or for me, it just depends on my mood. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's not. Sometimes I get a little bit muddy with oils because I get impatient or something along those lines. Do a little bit of the neck there. See if you guys can see down there. I think it's about a 24 by 30 inch canvas. So it's a bit of a medium sized canvas, not too big, not too small. For me, it's pretty small. Usually we're quite large in paintings. It's about the size I draw usually, actually, which is smaller than paintings. I don't want this stark contrast of the white, so I'm also going to use some of this white to kind of, and a little bit more solvent. Let me add a little bit more solvent on here to identify this background here. I think maybe something more like this. Use more solvent to thin that out, but it'll be nice to kind of get the silhouette a little bit clearer. We don't really have any facial features yet, but I take this. Well, you can start to see the face underneath it, but that's all right. I'm not worried about that. He's gonna have a cigarette right there, so. And just kind of plop that in there and then move some of that. Okay. It's looking kind of cool. Let's come back in with the black. See if we can get a little bit more of a fatty paint, less solvent. More black. So we can start to kind of drop in the shadows. I still want to keep it expressive though. Gotta make sure that I keep it expressive. The nose is gonna be up high here. He's wearing the hat low on his forehead. I want it to barely make out the facial features. That would be nice. So it's like a very cloudy, dark image. Not lots of solvent for this, for the expressive outside parts. Got those nice cool drips coming over here in the very shadowy area, so I want to keep that. And then maybe a little bit in the hat, just a tiny bit. That'll probably drip right there. Let's see, there it is. I might remove that later, we'll see. This hat has to come out more a bit. All right. Sweet. Let's come back in with the white, push and pull, kind of like the same way I draw. Although this is a little bit more complex in the painting style. A little bit less push and pullable because you start to add a lot of pigment in the piece, and when you add more pigment in the piece, it tends to kind of blur together, and oils tend to get muddy quickly. So it'd be kind of anticipate your next move a little bit better with charcoal, for me at least. We'll go here. We'll say we go like in this direction a little bit. And then we'll do this a little bit over here. A little bit more bright. I like to blend quite a bit on the actual canvas itself. I know a lot of professionals would not recommend that, but I think that it adds a little bit of more expression to the piece for myself. I know I could look muddy and crazy at times, but that's all right. I can refine as long as I'd like. Now let's see. Almost just a little bit of white, but then I'll grab a bit of white. I won't use any solvent, and then I'll flick some here on my paper towel so that I don't have too much pigment on here. This is key right here. Some of these, I'm trying to get these proportions right for where these highlights on the face are supposed to go, just so that it reads well. This is a key part in the light. Every image has light, even if it's only a little bit of light, otherwise you can't see it all and it's all black. So even if this is a dark painting, it's important to get those light areas correct, because that's kind of where the eye wanders to, because naturally humans can only see in the light and not in the dark. Well, most things, but so the focus tends to be subconsciously in the light of the painting, and so it's important to get those parts of the painting reading properly, proportioned properly. A little bit more important than the shadow shapes. And that kind of makes sense. But I want this guy to be like a shadowy assassin type cowboy. Like maybe like a, I don't know, bounty hunter type guy. I think that would be pretty cool. Making sure this stuff isn't too bright. Picking it out, moving it there. It's reading okay, but definitely needs to be altered a bit. It's got to be about out here, so I'm thinking that looks a little better. There's this ear out here too, and it's just below his eyebrow line. Oh, my trash is getting picked up. Hope that's not too loud. But drop some white here, and I can blend that in a little bit. Let's see. This is a good study. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this painting or work on it a bit or what have you, but depending on how it comes out, I do like it. Maybe it would need some color, I'm not sure, but I prefer the black and white look if I can effectively push it further. If it isn't anything, it's a good practice. Good demo. Maybe this needs to come in a bit, huh? The white right here. You can control the silhouette of the hat by pushing the white. That's pretty cool. Add a little bit more down here to balance out the piece. Same with there. This hat needs to be a little bit more indented right here. I might need to go a little higher there, so if I need to alter that shape, I'll just come in and use some of that black again in a second. Let's do that again. Let's take some black, not much solvent at all in this black. Blending some of that out a little bit more. It's too strong down here. See if we can get this cigarette kind of dropped in here a little bit better. A little bit more accurately. It should be above here. Like cigar thing. Needs to look balanced. I need to brighten up this area right there so that I can focus on that shape of the piece, of the, I mean not the piece, the cigarette right there. Too much white on there, so let's move some of that on the paper towel. Pull that over here. For this one, I'm using a size 7 flat brush. Only 2 brushes for the whole painting, a white one and a black one. So I'm trying to do as simple as possible. Canvas, 2 brushes, 2 paints, solvent. That's kind of it, what you really need. You could even put this thing, painting up on a wall, hang it on a wall and work on it. You don't even need an easel. Doesn't matter what material you use. It matters all that much. Sometimes you need to have some decent quality paint and stuff like that, but you can make artwork out of anything if you really put your mind to it. I am a believer in that. If you want to sell work though, it's better to get a little bit better quality stuff so that people can actually, that people that buy it actually get to keep it for a long time. I don't think people would really want to buy some artwork that kind of got destroyed over time. Looking cool. Maybe you can show the teeth just a little bit right here. Just a little bit there. Let me see here. Edit. Right. Let's see here. Let's add some of these highlights where they're supposed to go. Definitely one in the nose right here. Blend that out a little bit with my finger. Inside of the eye there. Blend that out a little bit. Eyebrow and bridge of the nose, just a little bit. Little hints of that there. Tiny hint right there where the inside of the eye is, the nostril, the bottom nostril there. The less information and the more accurate you can be, the better it'll look, I think. For this style specifically that I'm trying to go for right now. Okay, cool. If it's too bright, I'll try to blend it out like that a little bit. See how it gets. I think that's a little bit too harsh of a edge right there, so I'll soften that up a little bit. And then I'll pull this ear that's supposed to be over here actually. Kind of this way, and then I'll go this. There you go. I think I've successfully replaced that area. A little bit there. Come down here so that the mouth kind of shows a little bit more in this area. I think there's a brighter area here. Now these are just the details, guys. I mean, I think I'm pretty happy with the rest of the piece and the abstractions and all that. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. But where the key moments are right here in the face. These little highlights, super key. And I want it to be dark. I don't want it to be that bright. So gotta be super gentle with these whites. I know it's complete the opposite of like how I started the painting, super crazy and expressive, and so this is good Alla Prima style. I actually like the piece quite a bit. We'll see if we kind of keep going with this a little bit. Nostril there. Yeah, this is reading well. I haven't painted Alla Prima in oil in a long time, but it's good to challenge yourself. Let's see if there might be anything else needed here. I don't think so. Double checking a couple. The last details, maybe. But let me know what you guys think. This is about a 20-minute painting, start to finish. I like where it's at. You can see the bison kind of peeking out on the back over there that I have behind this painting, but that's a different piece. So, good talk. Here's the bottom, some of the drips. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one. Check out mattcharcoal.com/shop if you guys want to buy my work or art courses or merch and all that. See you guys later.